I guess. So, I'm gonna eat here on my break, a bit, and I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit. So, I've talked about this before. I've talked about this before, but every single time. Now, I've told this to my team, essentially that's investigating and stuff like that. They're aware of this, but every time I use YouTube, every single time, it's literally just if I open the app, every single time I do this, I get an alert on my phone that YouTube is uploading. This is uploading video. This literally just endlessly says it's uploading. And every time I use the app, this happens. So, again, YouTube is trying to use the excuse that they're processing your video and stuff like that. And essentially, this is why they take forever to process videos. They've become like a bank, or they're creating money out of nothing. So while the video sits there processing and stuff like that, they are obtaining your information. They are gathering trackers, cookies, and yada, yada, yada. So it sits there in limbo. And the longer it sits there, the more scammers, hackers, and or anybody that's using cookies and trackers, like big organizations like Google, can load it up with that crap. And so again, every time I use the app, every single time I open the app, little alert pops up. YouTube uploading. I haven't even started making a video yet. I'm just opening the app to like scroll or something like that. Just every single time. So what's it uploading? Personal information, most likely. So again, YouTube is just stealing your personal information. And I've told you about this before. Like, essentially, every time I open the app, it literally just sends me an alert to my phone that tells me YouTube is uploading. And it's every single time I open it. Again, I'm not making a video yet. I haven't started. There's nothing pending. There's nothing still processing. It's literally just every time I open the app, again, on my phone, it just says YouTube uploading. And so again, somebody is using the YouTube app to upload things, probably personal information. So how many other people are they using the YouTube app to hack you, to look at your phone, to, essentially do all these things? How many people are they literally spying on using the YouTube app? Because it has those permissions. Americans are spied on daily, day in, day out, through AI hacking computers, AI intelligences around the world that are building databases. And essentially they're just monitoring the things that you say, the things that you do, because knowledge is everything. Data is everything. The more data it has, the more flawless it is. So, again, police organizations and stuff like that, that would be doing this, is unconstitutional. You can't do it. And essentially all that's going to happen is you're going to do it to the wrong person. You're going to do it to the wrong person. And the wrong person's going to sue the entire organization. Well, right now we're talking about TrashTube and how every single time I use the app, some stupid thing happens. Just something. It's literally a trash platform, and the app is trash. Literally every time I use this platform, there's always a technical issue. The app is garbage. They can't get anything right. Like, literally ever. That's the topic. Yes. Everything's run by bots. YouTube is lazy. They don't give a shit. Yeah. Exactly. Trash recommendations, yep. This guy that's harassing my channel, that actually, like, threatened me, and, like, flat out, YouTube knows all about it, knows how toxic he is, yet even after blocking him and unfollowing his page, YouTube still shows me his posts in recommendations. And I even said, do not show me posts from this page. I could sue YouTube. No, I can sue YouTube. I can. Yeah, because again, I use the platform what I use it for. So if those things are in place for this reason and this reason, and I can't use them, they're singling me out. These are features that are supposed to work. So they're universally breaking them so that certain people can't sue them. This is what YouTube does. They break things universally for everybody when they get threatened to be sued. That's what they do. They cause a problem for everybody. That's what I noticed. So like the problems I had, I talk about them, say you need to deal with this, it's a problem, or somebody's going to sue you, then you just cause the problem for everybody. Oh, well, everybody can't sue us. Right. Looks like it works that way. Yeah. So, that's the deal. Comment sections full of random bots. Just pushing church. Most subscribers these days that you see, like you see somebody with like a channel that's like new. It's like barely there. But then they got like thousands of subscribers. And somebody bought them. That's a bot channel. Yeah. So you can buy subscribers. You can buy subscribers. You buy bots, basically. That's what you're doing. You know, like the view bots and stuff, the chat bots and stuff like that. People buy that. They pay. It's like a package that essentially promotes their channel, and that goes through third-party companies and stuff like that. But it's also diminishing the platform. Essentially, anybody that has a little bit of cash or something like that can just pay to promote their channel. And this is what YouTube likes. They just want their money anymore instead of creativity. It doesn't matter if you're actually creative. So this is why I have problems. YouTube causes problems for me because I'm making all this long form content. So they hack my stream to end my stream. They sever my entire internet connection. If you know what I mean, like essentially if I have anything longer than X amount of time anymore, they start doing that. Or they just completely de-escalate it so that nobody's watching it, to make you think, the content creator, that essentially, long-form content's a thing of the past. People don't like that. It's not the case. Actually, everybody wants long-form content. Everybody does. Everyone. Yep, it's everybody. Everybody wants it. And they recognize that I recognize that. So since they have YouTube TV and they want to throw ads on everything, they want to make money, I am not allowed. Essentially, they don't have a rule for this. They don't make a rule, because if they did, investors would drop out and the company would lose a lot of shareholders. So they don't make a rule. They just kind of cause problems for you. So yeah, if you make a long, that's why like people don't know what the cap is. They say it's 12 hours. They don't know. It's because there's not really a cap. YouTube just, if a big YouTuber wants to do a 24-hour stream, they'll just let them. That's why. So that they let big YouTube, it's a pyramid scheme. If you've invested a shitload of money, you're fine. But it's a pyramid scheme. If you sit at the bottom, you'll always sit at the bottom. Unless you can invest a huge lump sum of money, you will always sit at the bottom. It is a pyramid scheme. And I've proven that. You know, I don't buy anything. I don't buy subs. I sit here. And that's what I proved about Hearthstone's rank ladder, too. Essentially, their Hearthstone... I proved this. This is why Blizzard hates me. Like, I have started basically proving that these things are scams. And then I made an entire deck crafting theory stream and proved that I knew exactly what I was doing with deck crafting. I'm the guy that makes the meta. Yeah. And yet they would have you believe, and flat out on stream, seeing very obvious in-game hacks and stuff like that, seeing obvious bots constantly. You know, essentially, I would win like 8-9 games in a row, stream after stream after stream after stream, and they were starting to catch on that I was actually good, and so essentially what they started doing is making sure I can't ever win more than 2 games in a row, ever. So I stopped playing Hearthstone. Yep. As soon as I recognize that as a pattern, I will literally never win more than 2 games in a row. I stopped playing Hearthstone. Because, again, they've broken the game for me. Essentially, YouTube is just communicating with these other companies to not promote me and stuff like that. That's what they're doing. It's YouTube. Yeah, but esports, like, that's the point. Like, they shouldn't even be considered anymore because it's rigged. They just choose. It's completely rigged. No, they don't want short-form content. No. Content creators, most, do not know how to make long-form content. People watch 3-hour, 2.5, 3-hour movies all the time. Are you kidding me? Movies are getting longer. Content creators do not know how to make long-form content. All these Marvel movies are all 2.5 hours, at least over 2 hours. You know, movies are getting longer. Movies were an hour and a half when we were younger. Now they're 2 hours, 2.5. Sometimes 3. It's not people's attention span. Yes, there are more people in the world, so you see more of it. It's not that, though. It's the fact that there's so much of this content out there, and they're oversaturating the market with short-form content, so that's all anybody looks at. So yeah, they're training their brains to do that. Just like all the fucking ads that YouTube and all these other outlets slap all over everything. If you're trained to see an ad every couple of fucking minutes, your attention span's going to be a couple of fucking minutes. Yeah. Media is brainwashing you. That's it. You are trained to expect an ad in a couple of minutes. So you gotta kind of go, man, I need to get a snack. That's why they have half the ads is like a snack or something like that. That's why. Yeah, they know it's brainwashing. It's all advertising. Yeah, advertising is heavily invested now in psychological brainwashing. It's not a joke. It's not fake. It's not a conspiracy. It's true. They just want to trick you. They used to flat out lie. I mean, flat out, they're going to lie if they can. They're going to false advertise, but it's illegal now. So, you know, those things are a little different. So essentially YouTube, if you notice the latest thing, people watch these long form content things that are clickbait because those guys are really, really good at making, so essentially if somebody thinks that there's some really crazy thing they're going to find out at some point in this 3-hour video, they'll watch it. So the smart content creators start lying on the all right, so the latest one I've seen is, you know, guys, the star Betelgeuse is probably about to explode. It's a red supergiant, and a red supergiant, the star, let me eat this grape. A red supergiant is what our sun will become. It's just a star. All right, so a star is a really, really, really big explosion. That's all it is. And so it's just a cosmic explosion. You have to think about it in cosmic time. It takes so long to happen. So it's this giant explosion over the course of like billions of years. And so Betelgeuse is about, like, it's at the end of it's ready. Okay? So the most common one I've seen lately is the clickbait where it's Betelgeuse's star exploding, like a little thumbnail, over like a big picture of like a nuke hitting like a city. And then like I see like Elon's face, like AI, like crying, going, "It's happening tonight." And then there's like a conspiracy theory tagline on the video. And you watch the entire thing, and literally all it is just them talking about Betelgeuse and how it's happening right now, tonight, but not... Betelgeuse is going to affect us. Yeah, like that's the point. Like, it's so far away. Yes, the crazy thing is, it is so big, we will see it. But it is so far away. That thing is so far away. So yes, we will be able to see it because of how sheer massive this thing is. But to think that like anything's going to happen to the Earth and that it's happening tonight and then there's a nuke, and very obviously it's brainwashing to get the person to watch that video for 3 hours to think that there's going to be some sort of detrimental thing that happens to the Earth. That's the clickbait. It's psychological. So this is what they're all doing these days. Nobody. Here I am actually trying to make legitimate creative content. You know, talk to you guys, call out the BS when I see it, give you guys like real, original, raw content. And typically all I see these days is just, yeah, it's the same content as everybody else is putting out, but we're going to put a clickbait thumbnail on here to fool people to watch it. And that's the long form content I've seen. Anybody that actually watches, YouTube has started this thing where they mess with my streams if I'm on there so long. So they send an alt in, they move the bit rate around, there cause some technical issue to break up my stream. So that way, start to finish, if you watch my long form content, it's been probably about a year or so since we've had any streams go by where like 6 hour streams will go by and nothing happens. It's probably been about a year or so since that's happened. So this is what YouTube's trying to do. They're trying to convince the viewer that nobody's good at long-form content. You don't want to see it. No, flat out, I got thousands of views. And they halted the views on my last Epoch streams at one point where I got close to 1,000. As I was teetering towards 900 on the one last Epoch stream because it was a good stream, they halted the views and acted like they didn't. And I proved it. Because I watched the stream 3 days in a row, every day after that. And your view counts 24 hours from when you watched it before. Okay, so I watched it and then I waited and then I talked about it. And I talked about how every single one of those views was removed. Yep, it didn't get a single view. And not only that, how does a stream get to 992 and then just stop dead? You don't get 992 views and then it just completely halts. You're gonna keep getting them. Like, clearly people like that stream, so they're just gonna keep watching it here and there. It's gonna trend and remain in the algorithm. They're not doing that anymore. So that's the point. They're de-escalating that. So that way, even if you have a long-form content that other people liked, it won't remain in the algorithm. They de-escalate it if it gets close to 1,000, because they don't want people to watch long form content or think it's interesting, they're brainwashing you. Again, this is what I've been calling out ever since the beginning. YouTube is trying to convince you you don't want long form content, even though you clearly do. Even though all you want to do is watch one thing, start to finish, uninterrupted, have it be good. And this is the problem. YouTube doesn't want to do that. YouTube wants to interrupt you. They want to advertise. They want to, halfway in between my stream, they want you to buy something like YouTube TV or the NFL Sunday Ticket or something like that. They want to interrupt my stream to have you buy something. And so, like, that's fine. I don't care. But my point is they're not even doing that with me anymore. They're not even giving me ads. What they're doing is they're just moving my bit rate around to cause a problem, to kick people out of the stream, and hacking my internet so that it severs the stream connection and we can't get it back. And whenever they used to do this before, it wouldn't matter because we had XSplit before, where XSplit would suspend the stream, and so we could just bring it back. OBS doesn't actually suspend the stream. When you come back online, YouTube actually ends it. It's YouTube that's doing it. So it's not OBS, and I'm doing this to help OBS Studio. If you're wondering why you're getting so many hits of people trying to say OBS doesn't suspend the stream, and you're wondering why people are saying that, it's YouTube. Every single time my internet cuts and then I come back on, it's actually suspended properly until the internet comes back, and then instantaneously YouTube ends the stream. So they have a provision in there programmed in so that way when the internet connection is reestablished, it completely severs the stream. They've done it. They've literally written out a line of code that does that because it's every single time. So all it's doing is picking up whether you're using OBS or not. Because again, I don't have the problem, obviously. Clearly, I don't have the problem on here. Yeah. So they're trying to get me. Remember how I used to yell about XSplit? They're trying to get me to bitch about OBS. They're doing this on purpose. Yeah, because they didn't like how I complained about XSplit on companies that actually suck, that weren't doing what they should have been doing. And so now they're doing this to try to get me to complain about OBS, even though I know what they're doing. They are causing problems to get me to try to complain about things that aren't actually a problem. They are causing it. That's what I've noticed this for a long time. I've noticed this the whole time I've been on the platform. I've told you guys there's just YouTube. Yeah. So essentially, if you talk about things that are a problem, Asmongold can do this. Yeah, they let Asmongold do it. But they'll single you out and cause all kinds of problems for you. Because again, Asmongold is their number one guy. You know, again, they're just going to let him do it. And then if you try to do it, they're going to cause problems for you, de-escalate your streams, yada, yada, yada. Because again, they don't want anybody new in the market. They don't. And again, I'm not new. I've been on here for like 3.5 years. Streaming. My channel has been on here since 2011. Okay? They shouldn't be overlooking me. Okay? And anybody that's like, oh, well, you just got to make a new one and promote it and yada, yada, yada. That's the point that I'm making. Why? Why? That's not a valid answer. That doesn't tell me why channels from 2011... Oh, we're just going to not let those be promoted. Nope. That makes no sense. No, they used to be grandfathered in. That's the point. This is what newer channels were getting pissed about and complaining about it. So what? So because these other people that are newer, that literally weren't doing this before, now want to do it and want to lay claim to the platform, and they just suck. All they can make is content from fucking this time to this time, and they're terrible content creators. Yet YouTube would have you believe it's the other way around. And that's the point, that YouTube is causing problems for me if I try to do any long form content. Case in point, how many times do they fuck up this stream here? It's even a vertical stream. It's even only in 720, yet it's the worst fucking quality you've ever seen. It's all messed up. And again, how many times do I announce we're at full service, 5G? Right now, how bad does it look? Does it look bad? Completely full. Those bars are all the way up. 5G. And I've showed you guys how anytime I stream from my phone, they literally just remove the quality. Yeah, once it's done processing, I showed you guys how the top resolution on any of my streams when watching it on a console is 360. 360 is the top one. 360. So if I watch it before it's done processing, I can watch the 720. But, you know, if I wait, they're just going to remove it. Yeah. So their processing process doesn't actually process anything. Their processing process actually removes things and causes your quality to be diminished. And again, their processing process is absolute garbage because it compresses it more than it needs to. It was already doing this. I talked about this. And because I talked about this, they are doing this. YouTube penalizes content creators silently. They penalize content creators for talking about the problems they are causing for you. So ever since the beginning, I've been talking about all this trash that absolute garbage trash tube has been doing to hurt you, to hurt my channel. I've just been seeing it left and right. And that's the point. And I even said at the beginning, they don't fix anything, they put a Band-Aid over it. Well, that's what they're doing. They're not fixing anything. They're literally now they're just doing the opposite. Now they're intentionally trying to cause problems. Yep, that's what they're doing now. Oh, I gotta go. But this is what YouTube's getting up to. And this is why they promote the jerk-off content creator that wants to cancel every other content creator. This is why. Because he recognized that YouTube wants to cancel content creators. So he decided, well, I'm going to stick around by helping YouTube cancel content creators, instead of recognizing we all need to get together to make sure it doesn't happen. Nope. This is what he does. This is what he's doing. That's his scam. So again, that's why there's a YouTube communication there too, because that's the point. They literally, unfortunately, agree with it. And it's not the creative people that need to be canceled. It's the people like him that sit here and want to force you to like his content, even though you pretty much don't. He was boring as shit. He always needed my help with everything. Oh, how do you do this? How do you do this? That's why he begged me to come back to my channel. And this is why I have all kinds of problems with my stream. We start getting the bit rate moving around when I talk about them. That's why. Because they, him being able to cancel people. It's not good for investors. No, investors won't like to hear that. So that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're promoting somebody that likes to cancel. YouTubers that literally has been going around trying to press this, cause this energy, be this toxicity. This is why he makes the alts. This is why he's doing what he's doing. Essentially, he's just trying to cancel people and condense the platform so that way he can stream and everybody goes in there and watches him. It's very similar to the way a drug dealer operates. It's very simple. It's a gang activity as well. It's all it is. And YouTube's promoting it. It's very similar. It's exactly what it is. Exactly what a drug lord does. He takes over the territory, cuts the competition out, lies to the buyers, yada yada yada. The other people doing it. Yeah. Tries to buy them off, make them happy. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, just wanted you guys to know what was really going on. It's been going on for years. It's just that I'm getting closer to it. And it's all being investigated. So, that's why they're acting like this. Yep. YouTube and other content creators that are for cancel culture have threatened to kill me. These people are terrorists. Anybody that does this stuff, you're a terrorist. I'm not going around terrorizing other channels, trying to cancel people. I don't go in their chats, harass anybody. I don't even so much dislike things. Literally, I can't even remember a single time I did that. That's the point. So, all these people are just literally going out of their way to harass me and come in here and say nasty things. Literally just because I'm onto something. There's no other reason. They are so triggered by the things I say and the content I make. The case in point, why are they watching if they don't like it? Case in point, why are they even watching if they supposedly don't like it? Okay? Also, I appreciate you, Christian, in chat, but if we're coming in the stream, we're like taking part in chat and trying to be nice and helpful and stuff like that, please like the stream. You know, a lot of people, they come in, they don't like the streams. This is what doesn't help, essentially, and this guy is actually creating all these alt accounts. The one time, no lie, he came in here on 28 separate alt accounts just to dislike the stream. This is how nuts this guy is. Anyway, I gotta go. Oh, by the way, take care, everybody. Seriously. I hope everybody's doing well. It's been some crazy times lately, but we'll get it sorted. Appreciate all of you. Thank you.